Absolutely.
You just oh there.
There. Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 13 of Thirsty and 30, the chat show that's fun, informative, and frankly, the blind leading the blind in the love space. Our goal is to navigate and translate modern love with all of its complications and quirks so that you can make saner decisions. And of course, feel a bit less lonely during this time. I am Bea, your usual non expert, and tonight we are celebrating not only 11/11 sales, but it's actually National Singles Day. So pat on my back for being single.
Celebrate.
Full
So
pat.
okay. So good evening, Bea, and your thirsty crowd. Like many, I celebrated National Singles Day by buying a baby gift. How depressing is that for my friend who's pregnant?
Well, Sherry, don't worry. It's National Singles Day. It's one of the biggest commercial holidays. It actually started out with a bunch of like Chinese students in Nanjing University where they were looking to celebrate 11/11 as Singles Day, and now it's like a $25 billion dollar day. So bigger than other national sale days. So just take yourself out, buy something. There's nothing wrong with that.
True, but I want to know how to not be single. How to cross the finish line rather than, buying myself things. I want to buy myself things. But
Yeah.
how do you ever feel pressured when you see milestones of other people?
Um. Well, I've had like my cousin just gave birth. There's a few people getting married via Zoom. I don't think I feel pressured because I know that you can freeze your eggs. So, for in my perspective, I'm not pressured. But ask me when I'm 40.
Uh, Same sentiment. I'm not pressured either, especially because of the whole freezing eggs thing. I'm like, okay, 32, 34, I'll freeze them. So that takes a bit of the pressure off, but it still doesn't get rid of the tiny bit of frustration. Diba?
Shari, I think we should do an episode where we both try to freeze our eggs and live stream it.
Okay, yun. That's fun.
Game ka. So, my question though, Shari, is have you ever really dined yourself out like on a solo date? Yeah.
Yeah, I like to eat. That's like my favorite thing to do. But admittedly, when I was younger, I guess when I was in high school, I would feel insecure when I'd eat out alone. But not, I'm older. No, I like eating out alone. And I mean, at least I don't have to share my appetizer. I have a main course. I have an appetizer that's all mine. I don't have to
You can
share.
have a three-course meal by yourself, and you
I can
don't
have
have
a course, by myself.
to pretend you have a small appetite. That's for sure. I
100%.
mean, I remember one time I was in San Sebastian and chef was telling me that he noticed na sobrang liit daw ng appetite ko. Like I wasn't eating the steak or the potatoes. And that is, if anyone who knows me, I have a big appetite. So I guess for me, like I like solo date, especially if it's like a bowl of pasta or a bottle of wine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. So tonight, Bea, our episode is inspired by a dating mastery program. You remember that thing we saw under a website? And I found that these coaching programs, like they offer it for like $8,000, teaching you
Yeah.
how to become a better date or better at your love life.
That's ridiculous money. I was telling you a while ago that I just feel like that money, just spend it on your education, spend it on your children's future. There's so much more, but I don't know.
But
Diba?
sometimes I think people really can have genuine blocks eh. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Diba?
And
Pero,
besides,
spend it on children. What children, Bea? What if nobody wants to have kids with us?
so tama nga yan. Baka wala naman talagang gustong maging ama ng mga anak ko. So, sorry na lang. So, anong gagawin natin tonight, Cherry? What is the best way of us being better dates and teaching people for free how to, be a master at dates?
Okay,
Yes.
so tonight, Bea, we have two guests, and we attempt to give you a free dating boot camp and save you $8,000. And also, we're announcing our winner for our Instagram story at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So we have Vanessa Antonio, also known as the dating analyst. She is a New York trained matchmaker and dating consultant. She works with Single Events Manila to bring the singles of Manila together, to unsingle them, to couple them.
I hope she can help us. We'll bring her in. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Bea. Thank you for having me here. Hello, everyone who's watching. Happy Singles Day. Woo woo.
We are so excited to have you.
Pat on our backs.
So,
I mean, I know you're married, but like, we're happy we're single.
yeah.
We're just gonna keep doing that all episode. Just no
So,
self pity, just self praise.
Yes,
We're
yes,
done good.
of course.
Okay, so our second guest is someone who's been on this show before. Ayan, sorry, before we introduce the other guest, someone is saying hello. Aaron Saman says, go Coach B. Parang sports lang to.
uh, dating sport, isn't it?
Yeah. So, okay, our second guest, sorry, na-excite ako. She was our guest in the ghosting episode, everyone's favorite. And we're just looking at her for like a bit of progress update. And right now, she's a swim teacher and among other creative things, which I think, I was telling Sherry, is marriage worthy. Come on, she can teach her kids how to swim. What's not to marry, right? She
Wow.
so I'm gonna bring her. She's known as Cardi Bins or Sabina for us. Sab.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Welcome back, Cardi Bins. We missed
Hey,
you.
Party Beans. What's up?
So you
Are
have
you
new
excited?
stories, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about this because it's so hard to date right now. So maybe you can help me. But also, I'm kind of happy where I am right now. I just hope that ghosting doesn't happen again, right?
Fingers crossed. No more ghosting.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Well, Vanessa's here to help us. As you can see, parang meron siyang doctor's chair. She's here to help us
Mhm.
out.
I
Okay.
know. That's the professional
Professional.
help that we need.
We need a prescription. I'm just gonna say it out there.
What should I
Um,
be taking for this guy not to ghost me?
okay, guys, when we start the show, we always have an icebreaker, and our favorite icebreakers are kind of the mess ups in our love life. So, my first question is, what would be like the worst date you've been on, or maybe a worst date that you've heard of?
Okay. Wonderful. Oh, that goes for me already. Yeah, right.
Up to you, up to you.
Ano yun?
Good answer.
Sige,
See,
Vanessa first.
Sige, I'll go first. This is actually one of the worst dates that I've heard, and later I will reveal why I'm sharing this with you. So there's this girl who went on a coffee date with someone that she really likes, and then syempre nabasa niya, naririnig niya lagi, strong, independent woman, yan ang gusto ng guys. So ginawa niya, pagdating dun sa Starbucks, when they were just about to pay the bill, nakikipagbunuan talaga siya. Talagang nakakahiya kasi talagang nakutingin na sa kanila yung mga tao sa Starbucks kasi ayaw niya talaga magpabayad. Hanggang
Okay.
sa siguro na napagod na din yung guy and stuff, inabot niya yung money niya. So sabi niya, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pay for me. Kasi nga, inisip niya, strong, independent woman, yan yung mga gusto ng lalaki. Inabot niya. Eh, nagulat siya, maya-maya tinake nung guy. Tapos, eto na
Yeah.
yun. After magbayad, di ba magkano lang ba yung coffee sa Starbucks?
Like 400, ano ba ngayon? Oo.
I think that
200,
parang
100,
one
200.
yeah. So, she gave like 500 pesos. Tapos after no, natapos na yung date nila. Sabi na, oh, hindi pa may binabalik yung sukli. so,
Oh
so,
my God.
oh my God, tinanggap na nga yung payment ko, hindi pa binalik yung sukli. So,
Wow.
was really freaking out, and then later on she learned, I mean, it's actually good pala to to let the man be a gentleman, kasi unang-una she was like faking it, she was trying to, just because of what she's hearing, no, strong independent woman, but she was taking it the wrong way, so nakikipagbunuan siya and everything, just to find out by the end of the day, hindi lang yung kape niya yung binayaran niya, pati kape ng date niya, hindi pa siya nasuklian.
May tube. Ay, may ano, tubo. Tubo pala,
May
tubig.
tubo, diba? So, sakit na sakit siya talaga na.
That's so bad.
At the end of the day, why not? I mean, offer, at least pretend to offer a little bit, and then give him the chance to be chivalrous and pay.
Yes, that
Yeah.
if that girl is the girl right now who's more aware of like the dating landscape, like how the male brain works, then she should have not done that. But we all have to go through like that process. Na parang this is what's dangerous when you hear like yung mga myth and stuff, and then you take it the wrong way, then you apply it the wrong way, then it's just really like painful. Now she has like a funny story to tell, but then by the way, that girl was me.
What?
That
My
was
God.
What a twist.
18 years old. Yeah, I was 18.
Oh, and you learned from that. That's a good story.
I definitely learned.
Ayun, for an 18-year-old, ah.
Yeah, and of course, more than the money, it's just really the thought of like you actually like have like this thing for the guy. Parang crush mo eh, tapos biglang kasi 'di ba, especially if you're a woman who's dreaming of a prince, 'di ba, chivalrous prince, tapos biglang init na yung bayad ko, hindi ba binalik ni sukli? So parang ganun. So sobrang nabasag yung mo, yung imagination mo.
Yeah, your carriage. Your
Yeah.
carriage to the kingdom, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my God, nakakaloka yun. Walang sukli. There's a trust issue there.
Na lang eh. So, okay.
Okay, Sabina.
Ikaw meron kang story.
Well, so far, wala naman super embarrassing dates that I've been before. But like, I guess for me, since COVID, I started getting on the apps because I don't know, maybe it's the new way of dating, right? So, so the story behind it was our help at home. So I slept over at my cousin's house, and then our help at home, she was telling me na ikakasal na daw kasi nakahanap daw ng partner sa app. And kailangan daw niya ng help sa customs kasi yung box na kung saan siya pinadala ng pera is ayaw ipalabas ng customs. So naghahanap siya ng help. But the guy is really gonna marry her. So when I heard about that, I was like, if she can find a husband during this pandemic, then maybe this online thing should be given a try, right?
Yeah.
So I've been researching on
Ulam.
different apps, and it actually took me 1 month to learn OKC. Like I even had to subscribe to it to
Yeah.
learn more about the features. And I guess one of the most memorable dates that I had online was um he was just sharing on how he misses having sex. And I was telling him to, like, yeah, I totally agree. I miss it too. But there was no connection between us that would, we were just really talking. And I was like, okay, so I guess this is like a new way. Maybe they're lonely. Maybe I'm not the only person lonely. So that was kind of like, it wasn't really funny, embarrassing, but I guess it was a whole different experience because like he was sharing how many times he was like masturbating,
Oh,
and that
okay.
I should also try it with myself because there's no other way. Although I know, although I know that
That's how it works.
yeah, and that I am just so done with Pornhub. Okay,
So,
so
so
I mean, let's be real.
It's like
Pornhub is real, guys. You
yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do.
exactly. We're the biggest users, diba? Oy, di ba may survey na lumabas na sa Philippines daw, even if it's like prohibited, right? I mean, it is.
I'm the outlier when it comes to porn. I don't enjoy it. It's just I don't like watching it. I don't know why. Maybe there's something wrong with me. And you, ikaw ba,
Um,
beyond porn, ikaw ba, bad dating experience?
okay, well, just cheers, everyone, and I'll give another shocking bad date. So Bianca Makasat, hello, go Sharon Dot, wow mama. And then Francis Torres, go Coach B. So maraming coach dyan. Yeah. Okay, so my worst date would be,
I don't know why.
I told you, I
Maybe
ba-
there's something wrong with
nag-echo tayo.
me.
Tapos, so okay, I went out with someone who was 19 and I think I was 25 or maybe he was 21, but he was a lot younger than me. It was a time when I was first cheated on and I wanted to recover by basically showing how cool of a cougar I was. So I went out to this kind of model and we met at a whiskey bar because that's what cool titas do. You go to a whiskey bar. So I went there and he was very smooth. Sabi pa niya, like, his family owns this really good chocolate company in Australia. So, syempre ako, PG ako. I stuck around. Free
Chocolate.
chocolates.
Free chocolates.
Yeah, so I stuck around. We had a good night. I think medyo masaya siya. And then in the end, when we were leaving the place, he was like, you should come home with me, but I have something to tell you. And then sabi niya sa akin, nymphomaniac daw siya at gumagawa daw siya ng erotic fiction. So, in my head, although I'm very adventurous, that was like buzz alert. Like, umuwi ka na, girl. Umuwi ka na.
Oh
Baka
my
magbasa
goodness.
kayo ng erotic fiction at ano pang mangyari sa'yo sa bahay niya. Kaya umuwi ka na. Kaya umuwi na lang ako. Yun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Good.
smart choice, but what if sumama ka? It could have been an exciting experience.
I don't know. I can imagine like candles and all the books that he's written or notebooks. Anyways, I'm
They're
glad I
good.
wasn't there.
Okay, yeah.
How
Um,
about you, Shari?
Worst date, nothing as fun like crazy as yours or but I went on a date once. It was a coffee date, and I think I've said this before, but he kept asking me, "What's your personality type? Are you the IMFJ?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "What's that?" And hindi ko alam yun. And I was like, "Oh, what's this personality test?" Because I'm blah blah. I can't remember what he was. And then biglang he was like, bring out your phone, take the test now." So he was so insistent on taking the test. Siguro like 30 minutes of him insisting na I take the test right then and there during our date. Parang in my head, parang it's like, you take this test. Kung hindi tayo match ng personalities, I'm out. But I was like, no, like, I'm not gonna take the test. And then he kept asking me out on a second date to cook in his place. Sabi ko, I still haven't taken the personality test. No second date. But
How are you gonna proceed to roasting a chicken?
our personalities may not match. So yun,
Mm.
malapit yun. Uh,
So, Shari, like obviously we all had bad dates, and I guess my point here is like we're all humans. No one is like one like really bad at dating. I think everyone goes through the awkward phase, like, diba? That's
Exactly. And honestly, I think if you take it the right way, bad dates, like it's a positive. You have a good story to tell. I think
no,
that
yeah.
don't dwell on the mistake, but think of it as like a funny punchline. So tonight, but we do want to improve our dating game, right? We're all in agreement. We want to be
Help
good.
us.
Help.
Diba? So tonight we have
Send
a
help.
simple three-parter. So we usually like having a three-parter on our show. So we just have it's very simple now. We have the start, the middle, and the
Mm.
end. So the start is literally how do you start a conversation and getting past your fear of rejection, especially when it comes to women and you wanting to take the lead. And then the middle would be, how do you go in for your first touch or the first kiss? How does it progress to that level? And then the end is, how do you develop a certain level of comfort and confidence that this
Yeah.
will go beyond to more than 1 or 2 dates?
Or I said, Cherry, it could be like you just want to be an expert dater. Because there are people that just want to do multiple dates and they want to be good at it.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with that. But let's not pretend, Bea. We all go on dates for an end goal. We're not just going on dates to get free dinner. I
Yeah.
mean, hindi na uso yun, di ba? I mean, I'm sure uso yun in some circles, but, you know.
Mm. Apparently, para tumubo, you can also go on dates just to get the change.
Parang may tip ako.
New business model, Vanessa, I have to say.
Yeah,
Guys,
ako
10%.
ako, nabudol ako ng Pilipino.
Nakakatawa. Oh my God. Wait, are you still in contact with that guy? Do you still know him? Are you friends?
Um, I think so. Maybe. Not sure. Ganun. Yeah.
Di ba, balik yun yung change with inflation.
Yeah. But yeah.
So let's start with part one, which is the start. So, as a professional, Vanessa, can you give us a tip? How do you actually start? How do you ask somebody out? What's the best way?
Mm.
What's the best tip you can give to somebody? Like, paano ba? Paano? Especially for girls.
Yeah. Guy ba dapat or girl? Pwede rin ang girl. Kung
Um,
talagang gwapo yung tao.
Should it matter? Should it matter?
General rule, it'll be like the ideal setup if the guy is the one who asks you out. But I do understand right now, like more women are becoming more empowered. More women likes to go for what they want more than like before, no? So that could also be. But like, let's start with like men asking women out on a date. But actually, regardless of the gender, I like singles to remember like the general rule that we humans, we like people who like us. So parang yan lang, we like people who like us, or we feel like some kind of like comfort or nakakatuwa when we know that that person like us. And when I say like, it's not like romantically like, it's just like they like you as a person. So if you find someone interesting, you could start by actually just telling them, not in a romantic way agad, that you like them as a person. Like, I think that you're really cool, you have a really good smile, you're very witty and stuff. You're just, appreciating them as a person, not as a romantic partner first. So we could start with that. Now, for the guys, it's really, really important that the guy has lakas ng loob, the courage to actually ask out, because we have some we know some people from Manila also. Some of them we coach them because there was this guy na gustong gusto niya yung girl, but he's just too polite, too scared to ask her out. So, since kausap namin yung guy and kausap namin the girl was telling us na, I really like him, but I don't think he is interested because he's not asking me out. So kami naman, like, as someone who hears both sides, sayang yung opportunity just because the guy didn't have the courage to ask the girl out. So for the guys, really just muster that courage to just like ask her out. Again, you might get rejected, but what if you don't? So that's like a big thing, no? Second naman, medyo sa girl, I do suggest to be very, very subtle. I mean, I understand that it's empowering for a woman to be the one to ask the guy out. But then I like going back to the evolutionary theory wherein biologically men are built to hunt and women are built to nurture. And that's why sinasabi nila men likes to do the work. Men likes to be able to be the one to chase. So hindi siya yung parang myth lang. It was actually inspired by how men are built biologically. So if there's a chance for them to ask you out, good. It's nice to give like hints once in a while. And you do that by telling the person what you want. I like going skydiving. Oh, there's this movie that's coming out soon and stuff. So you can actually give
Okay.
Yeah, but if you
Give
really,
subtle suggestions and then let him
Okay.
Mm.
yeah,
Plant the seed.
Ah,
come
okay.
pala, Bea. Tama na yung
Okay, I'm in the right track. I'm in the right track.
hard.
What are you doing, Sabina? What are the little subtle moves are you doing? Maybe you can show us.
Well, like we went it's an online relationship, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
I
guess
guess
everything is
I
fine.
guess it's normal now. It's normal, okay?
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I said that like I like nature and I like walks outside,
Okay.
and apparently on that day he was going on a 15-kilometer, 20-kilometer walk.
Oh.
Ang haba, 'di ba? So
Oo.
he said
Oo.
he asked me if I wanted to join. But this is online, okay? So at first I said like I didn't get the idea of him trying to do this as a date or something, making it cute. So I said, yeah, I would love to, but you're too far. And he said like, okay, then you're going on a date with me. And then I said, okay, so can you like send me pictures and stuff? He said like, I don't need you to send pictures. I don't need to send you pictures because you're with me. It's our first date. But
Oh.
like through all throughout the day, he did send me pictures and like gave me short, brief history about the places he was walking
People are
through.
getting creative, I have to say. The
So
storytelling.
Adorable. I love it.
like he was taking photos and then he sent like the details of it, and then like he was having this certain coffee, Turkish coffee. So he was like, this is what you call a Turkish coffee. I was like, yeah, okay, alam ko yan. Alam ko yan. Pero,
Google.
syempre, di
Google.
naman niya alam, di ba? So, sabi ko, okay, yeah, I've tried. It's good. It's good. So,
Ang
kinilig naman
ganda.
ako kahit online lang siya. Because, like, it's an effort. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it.
Yeah.
So, that was cute. Yeah, it's a good. I'm on the right track.
Yes.
You are.
Coach Vanessa, in connection to Sabina's dating life, do you believe in dating apps? Because personally, I deleted my accounts because I don't know, I just got put off by dating apps. Like I don't know, I feel like we're all trapped here, it's a dead end, and they just end up
Mm.
getting disappointed. So I don't know, I got rid of my accounts, but based on what I'm hearing from Sabina and her other app, I may try that. You know, why not?
Makahanap ka na ikakasal sa'yo.
Or I'm gonna turn on my apps again or on my account.
Yeah.
So
Actually, there's a for us, there's a reason why we built like Singles Events Manila and not like dating app. Because for us, we do believe that the physical connection that you also get and you also like experience when you meet someone in person. You don't have to be like physical, like magkadikit. No, it's just that the actual interaction that you do is like so much rewarding health wise, mentally wise, emotionally wise, when
Yeah.
it comes to like meeting someone. But now, like for example, ngayon na nagkaroon ng pandemic, Singles Events Manila was actually able to realize that online dating is actually useful for those who have like time. So I'm just talking about like dating app. So if you, because some people, the dating app really works for them. We've known a few people also who've met their matches online, no?
yeah.
Although when you look at the figures, statistically speaking, mas madaming LGBT na nakakahanap ng love life nila online than straight ones.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
I have it bad.
Sa'yo?
I haven't tried.
So now, if you have really the time and the patience to screen through the weeds and stuff, go through it.
Go through. Dig deep.
Ano,
Dig deep.
Dig deep.
yeah, dig
Swipe right. Right
spend
lang.
time.
Right lang.
Yes, spend time and stuff. But if you're the type naman, especially like someone on their like late 20s to 30s who's just starting to soar in their career, and you sometimes you feel like you'd rather spend time with your family, friends than like spend so much time on the dating app, then we do recommend like meeting singles who are pre-selected. And you could actually do that by actual like matchmaking agency. A lot of them are overseas. For the Philippines, you also have Singles Events Manila, because basically that's what we do. We like screen the guy for you. We find your match. Basically, you just sit down, tell us here, when are you free? Because we like to adjust to like people who are very, very busy. So when are you free? Like, what is your criteria? Of course, we'd have to find you like someone that you match with. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin mo sa akin, oh, I like 6 feet and tall, dark, and handsome. So
Perfect. I want a GQ model too, by the way.
so when you present your profile to that person, you must be able to appeal to that kind of person, or else you're not gonna be a match. So working actually like through Singles Events Manila, you will be aware what kind of men you're attracting. So what
We should try this. Para malaman natin, di ba? Kung
Ako
ano ba
na
talaga. Oo,
So,
ano ba
so
talagang bagay.
so our general advice is, if you want someone fit, you have to be fit yourself. If you want someone who's like say very fluent in this language and stuff, you'd know if you have like a very high unrealistic standards when you're asking for something that you do not have.
Oo.
So if you want someone who's like financially very comfortable, like where are you in your finances as well? So that makes the playing field medyo equal.
I love what you said. Kasi last week, we had naman matchmaking with parents and relatives. But sometimes there's a bias there. That's why I wasn't so convinced. Because it's your family. Yeah, they know you. But there's that bias of being like what they want for you. But like working with a matchmaking agency, it's like they're just going to tell you how it is. If you're asking for someone who speaks 5 languages, but you speak one,
Barely
two.
one.
Yeah, that's true. And we always tell singles it's good to get advices from friends, from family and stuff based on their experience. But what's best is you actually learn dating advice based on scientific. Kasi sometimes yung family and friends mo, you know they don't want to hurt you, right? And
Yeah.
again,
Yung family and friends ko parang gusto ko saktan. Halos lang.
well, that's good. That means that they're kumbaga giving the mirror to you and telling you what it is. That's beautiful. But like sometimes when we talk to our friends and family, they see some things na hindi nakikita ng opposite gender, and that's dangerous. Kasi sabi nila, you're so great, you're so this and that. Pero pagdating pala sa opposite gender, yung perspective sa'yo, nakasimangot ka, ang dilim ng aura mo.
Ano pinag-uusapan ko?
No,
Sungit mo daw eh.
you know, that's my charm. Masungit talaga ako. But when you get to know me, I am a softie. That's what people always say. I just have a tough outer shell, but deep down inside, you have to dig also. You have to like get a hammer and just.
Yeah. So
And then, I'm quite a soft person.
Wait, I have a question. Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
Go on, Vanessa.
sorry, that means like Sherry's temperament is sinasabi na lukewarm, yung slow to warm up. So sabi ng psychologist, there's one thing that's consistent from childhood to like our deathbed. Pag matanda na tayo, it's the temperament. So may mga temperament na parang, uy, first meeting mo pa lang, feel close na tayo. Sobrang mabilis mag-warm up. Meron naman na pag nag-meet kayo, parang, medyo awkward and stuff. Pero kapag nakilala mo, loud pala siya, maingay pala siya, slow to warm up yun. Tapos meron naman na sometimes kahit anong i-please mo and everything. Sobrang hirap makuha ang loob and stuff. So it's very important to know your temperament when you were a child. So ask your parents, like, how was I? Pag umiiyak, pag may stranger ba sa bahay, sumasama agad ako. Pag may stranger ba sa bahay before, kailangan mo na magstay yung stranger ng 1 hour, 2 hours, laruin ako bago ako sumama. So ask your parents.
That's such a deep psychological,
I know.
I guess, issue.
But Bea sabi na admit it, I warm up eventually. Aminin nyo. Admit.
Yeah, oo. Recently. Recently na lang.
Yeah, depends. Kung nasa mood. Kung hindi gutom. Okay, but
We're all masungit when we're hungry.
yeah, Vanessa, that's such a good point though. So after this, I'm gonna go to my mom and dad. Tatanungin ko, what was I like as a child?
When I was a
basically,
child.
We're always cold, Bea. I can sense it.
yeah. I mean, I think we should have our parents on this show and be like, kind of break us down.
At least
Okay,
that's her.
my question is like in dating, should you be a pickier dater or should you like go as many dates as you can? You know how they say master like I think it's 10,000 hours to master something. So to get like the love of your life, should you go on 10,000-hour dates or should you just be pickier?
I do believe that dating is indeed a numbers game.
Okay, okay.
So when you actually approach dating, it's good to be like a frequent dater as long as you have your standards like solid. Kasi
Yeah.
pangit din yung frequent dater ka tapos you're all over the place. Sobrang kalat. But then what's beautiful about going out is whenever you go out, you learn something about yourself because of that date. So remember what I told you about that coffee scenario that happened when I was younger. So
Yeah.
after that, I wouldn't even call it a date. I wouldn't like, no, it wasn't a date.
Pinabili mo lang siya ng inutusan mo lang siya bumili ng kape.
At binigyan ko siya ng tip.
At
Anyway, so the learning that you get from those kinds of scenarios, it will make you realize na ako, ay gusto ko pala ng guy na enterprising, gentleman, knows how to take the lead, and of course, values my time.
And your change. And
And,
your
and honest. And my change and stuff. Hindi lang, I really like a man who takes pride in who takes pride in providing for whatever he loves. Whether it's his family, his mom, his like significant other, his friends. So generosity is a big thing for me. So imagine if I did not go out on that date. So parang hanggang ngayon, medyo fluid pa yung ganyang standard ko kasi I did not have like a first hand experience. It's different when you hear from the dates of others. It's different when you're like, there's no way I'm gonna date someone who's like that.
Yeah. So interesting. My God.
I like that though. The thought that they're just stepping stones to actually knowing
Yourself, not actually like
yourself.
yeah, what you like and what you don't like, what you can tolerate and what you will never like non-negotiable tolerate when it comes to a date.
So I have a question. Is it okay?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, Sabina,
like-
this is for you and us.
So since mine is an online right now, right? So it's not as easy to go on a physical date.
Mhm.
So like for example, we do go on talking for like I don't know till when we can next travel.
Hmm.
So after all this effort,
Tanong ko na.
like if the first date in person is weird, okay, that is a risk. That is a lot of risk for someone who is engaging with this person every day, and then you don't have physical date, right? So should I still try? Like, what if we can't have a date here and we have to date in the middle? Because he's far, I'm far. We have to meet.
Yeah.
It's kind of risky, right? Because like obviously I'm not gonna go, for example, to Bali for a day to see
Yeah.
this guy. I'm gonna have to bear with this
Why
person
not?
for 5 days.
I would honestly, if I felt like I really like someone. I mean, before the professional answers. Oh, personally, if I were you and you felt the connection, I would meet somebody halfway. Or I don't
Oh,
see that as negative. I would meet somebody halfway. But
Okay, so I guess that's
listen
fine.
to the professional.
Wait, let's ask for a
But
professional.
wait, okay.
All right. What's beautiful right now is indeed yung actual dates could actually be substituted through virtual dates. And virtual dates, like the way that we're seeing right now, is not that bad at all. First, very cost effective. Second, not very like demanding when it comes to effort time, no traffic and stuff. But virtual dates actually allows you to get to know the person like emotionally, intellectually before you kumbaga engage physically, which is so beautiful. So, kapag medyo lukewarm ka, medyo hindi ka pa sure if like a physical date would be like a good one, I like doing virtual dates as trial. see if you guys connect like emotionally, if you guys have like the same wavelength. So kapag okay kayo sa virtual dates and stuff, then you'd be more excited to meet in person than meeting in person and then nag-fall ba kayo sa virtual date. Parang bummer naman. So maganda yung
Mm.
go virtual dates and build that excitement, build that that rapport so that when you meet in person, really, it's just like seal the deal na lang.
Oh, how do we seal the deal? I know, but okay, I'm going way advanced. But my question is common mistakes men and women make in dates.
Okay.
What are they?
I like answering this question because one of the most common mistakes that we really see in singles is thinking that the world owes them something. So,
Oh no, what does that
ito yung
mean?
mga kind of singles na sinasabi, take me as I am. Like, I'm a problematic, narcissistic person, but like, there's someone out there who's gonna love me.
Oh,
Like, oh my
Mm.
gosh, no matter how beautiful, how rich, and how, like good looking you are, if you have that kind of mindset, then you might be able to get a partner, but they're not going to stay because they're not going to be very happy in the long run. So to counter that, we actually advise that it's actually very good to work on yourself at the same time. When you actually really like the person, prepare. When you want to invite the person on a date, you have to plan. If you're the guy, if you're the girl naman, at least look pleasant. Kasi, again, psychologically, biologically, physiologically, we like looking at pleasing things. So,
Yeah.
sometimes when there's a cake or a cupcake na cute or masarap, we like to look at them, we like to touch them and stuff. It's just like that when it comes to a person. When we see people who are like bubbly, so light, the energy is so good, we want to be closer to them. So hindi talaga siya actually rocket science. You just have to be pleasant. You have to have ethics. You have to have like very good manners. I mean, and then the rest could follow. Let's talk about the issues later. Just do the basic. Para you could enter at least the door when it comes to dating.
Vanessa, I just have to say, you have to write a manifesto for
yeah.
dating. You
I
have
have a
to.
question that wasn't part of our list, but I just got curious because of what you said. When you go on a date, what's a good outfit to wear? Like, obviously, this is not a good date outfit because it's like loose and casual. Ano ba dapat? Like, what should women wear?
Ano ba dapat?
Like, what should I correct with my outfit? If I was going on a date, what should I be wearing?
Okay. So when it comes to going on a date, we strongly suggest that lahat kasi ng preparation before on a date should happen before. So dapat you as a person, self-awareness is very important. You know what looks good on you. Like for example, I never wear something with like sleeves because when I wear sleeves, mukhang mas malaking braso ko. So I try to make sure na whatever compliments me, whatever, like I feel beautiful in it, that's what I wear. And so
Okay.
suggest that to women. Of course, you don't want to be too sexy and too kulob. Ang pangit din na sobrang balot na balot ka. Actually, okay.
Nagkumot.
Oo. Okay.
Yeah.
Nina taking notes. Wow. So I like I like sharing with singles na yung preparation that happens before. When you go on a date, dapat yung suot mo, yung sure kang alam mong maganda ka. Na-practice mo na kasi before. For example, sa guy, yung isusuot mo, yung sure kang alam mong maganda yung kulay sa'yo. Blue ba yan? Black ba yan? Hindi yung kung saan magde-date ka, dun ka nag-experiment.
Yeah.
So, sa tanong ni Shari, like how about like what I'm wearing right now? So my question is, Shari, do you feel sexy in what you're wearing? Do you feel like masasabi mo ba when you look at the mirror na, Shari, ang ganda mo? Masasabi mo ba yun sa sarili mo right now? When you do, then go on a date with that outfit.
Feeling ko,
Exercise tayo.
Sorry, you look passable, but you've looked better before. This is a little bit too loosey goosey, but parang you can do better. That's what I would tell you.
So yeah. So iwasan lang natin yung super duper din. Kasi this is not a business meeting, it's a date. So we want to look relaxed at the same time carefree. Because kapag nag-wear naman tayo ng super balot, it will send a message to the opposite gender na kumbaga yung open body language is very important. So kapag balot na balot ka, parang hindi ka willing magpapasok ng bagong entity sa buhay mo. like you feel like restricted and stuff. So that's why like women who are like very carefree is so attractive. Kasi parang, hey, welcome, whoever you are, you're welcome to my life. So
Welcome to my life.
according to Vanessa Edwards, she's a body language expert and she's also a behavioral analyst. She said that the most attractive trait when it comes to the opposite gender is emotional availability. Ibig sabihin, mukha kang available to enter a romantic relationship, enter like a marriage in the future. So hindi close-minded. So
How
About
do you
this.
dress up? How do you dress up to be emotionally available?
Yeah.
actually, there are we teach this in Singles Events Manila coaching, how to dress, what words to say, how to position your body, how to make sure your surrounding will send like a message that you're emotionally available. So these things can be studied because there's a science behind it.
Okay, emotional unavailability. Emotional availability.
Yes.
Know yourself as a child. Dress in something you already practiced. Sige, marami yan. I like the first few signs, but maybe we can go to like the next step, like the middle,
Oh,
which
yeah.
there's all this whole flirtation, the getting on dates. That's the fun part. But
Mhm.
I think like the more exciting part is when you get intimate with someone, and when it comes to first kiss. Paano ba? Paano ba? Paano ba mangyayari? Nahulog ka ng ba sa kanya? Or how do you make sure the kiss is good?
And
And
when you know it's time,
Wait.
yeah, you don't
yeah,
just okay, go ahead, Cardi B.
Classroom. Sorry. Me naman. um, is it okay if the girl kisses first, or is there like a science behind it too? Just asking.
guys, you have never been this active in school. Ever.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
tolerate
I was. Wait lang. Went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, since Bea mentioned, I hope that you allow Miss Sherry, Bea, and Sab
Yeah.
to just let our listeners know about Dating University. So
Yes.
Dating University is our dream school for singles. So we are having that show. It's called Dating You, and in Kumo. For those who are familiar with Kumo, we're airing every 6 p.m. on Monday. So that's actually a school for all singles or anyone who wants to be smarter and stronger in love. So Dating University, this is where we share science-based tips, we introduce singles live. And so yeah, thank you. I
Ay,
just
Christmas gift ko sa inyo dalawa.
We are on Kumu right now, guys. So hi, Kumu friends. How are you guys?
hi.
Please
Hi.
watch the show.
Yeah, follow FYE channel. That's where we go live every Monday. And follow also Singles Events Manila as we go live also every Thursday.
Yes, and follow us here too, guys.
And of course, Thirsty and 30.
Yeah. Wait, see guys, when I tell you that my friends are just they never sugarcoat things. See,
Ayan, no.
Gusto
plunging,
ni Shari,
you
plunging.
over here as a kid. See, I told you, my family and friends do not.
They
Talk.
bully you every week here in the show. I love it.
They're like,
Bringing you down to reality.
their line is always like, you think you're so amazing here, like here.
Wait, okay, how do we get the kiss? Because you know what? Every time I've had a kiss with someone, it's been a really awkward situation of just like, I don't even know how my face ended up in that person's face. It just did. It just did. And I like I just want it to be like in the movies where it's like
Yeah. Yeah. So actually like all of us is really dreaming to have that kiss na parang in the movies yung parang may spark, may fireworks
mm,
and stuff. So unang-una, I just wanted to put it out there. It might not feel like that exactly when you do not connect like emotionally, like at first, especially for women. That's what they say because kumbaga the emotional stimulation is very very important. Lalo na kapag walang build up. Build up ibig sabihin parang first date pa lang nag-kiss na kayo. Hindi ba parang mas exciting when you go like on a couple of dates, get to know each other, and sometimes may mga time na magkikiss kayo, parang hindi. So actually the waiting part is really really good, not only like for you but actually for the men as well.
Hmm.
okay, social distancing from now on.
I
In
know,
the first dates.
build up or basta nagtitigan kayo, go for gold na. Hindi yan. White na yan.
Oo.
Mm.
Basta nagtitigan kayo, go for gold na sabi niyo. Yun. So I think like I believe that the build up is very important. So waiting a little bit makes it like more exciting. Sometimes it's nice also when of course the preparation comes in. Hindi yung parang oh kung saan na lang go go go.
That's me. It was probably like I just fell on someone's face.
So because it also sends a message to the guy's brain
Yeah.
na hindi agad-agad. Yung parang kinis mo siya as a reward for him. Hindi yung parang wala pa siyang ginagawa, wala pa siyang effort. Nag-kiss ka na. So parang hindi ganun ka-satisfying, hindi ganun ka-fulfilling. Pero pag super nag-effort siya sa'yo and everything and then you reward with a kiss, sobrang i-cherish nila yung kiss na yan.
Give yourself a premium. You are a reward.
Ano
Okay,
masabi?
what if you just get super excited you want to kiss the guy's cheek? Is that okay? Because I'm the type. I'm the type. And like I don't like for me it's like I don't know, maybe I'm just that type of girl. It's like not the I don't know. I really like
Really good news for you.
Ayan na, ayan na. You can kiss on the cheek.
Or a hug is actually very good. It's nice. It's like pwedeng friendly. Hindi kayong nag-assume in something. Parang, oh, I just had a good time, so let me give you a hug. That was really nice. Thank you so much. See? So parang hindi ka ganun ka-aggressive. Hindi ka din super duper like parang ayokong dumikit sa ganyan na yan. So you're somewhere in between. And I think that's really beautiful because it gets the guy thinking at the same time, you didn't like throw away something na very like precious, which is like
special. Yeah.
kiss on the lips is like for someone who actually like hopefully earned you already. So kiss on the cheek, that's cute. Parang baka pag uwi pa ng guy sa bahay nila, parang ano yun bro, kinis niya kasi ako sa cheek. Ano ibig sabihin nun? So it occupies their brain. You occupy
Oh, maganda yan. Gusto ko natin na occupy yung brain. Like, dapat nag-iisipan tayo. Hindi tayo makalimutan. Ito, may question tayo.
Question. Ay, okay, sige. Ikaw magpipindot, Bea.
There.
Also, Coach Reza, this question goes for other, rom-com rules. Now you have to wait 3 days before you have sex with somebody, or you have to wait 24 hours before calling somebody back. What do you think of these rules, and what's the time frame that you think is?
Yeah, science-based rules. Meron ba?
There's this myth that I really like talking about, and I think like we are all mature enough to discuss this. It's the myth na parang it's actually the question na parang how long should you wait until you sleep with someone? So I'm gonna let you guys decide that, but let me tell you a story. So there's this psychologist that says like whatever. Oh my gosh, this is a little bit whatever that thing that comes out of the male, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Love.
Comes out.
Yes, I know you know.
Hindi pa ako ganun ka-comfortable sabihin siya. Pero that thing that comes out, she said, this psychologist said that it's made up of 90% love junk and 10% semen. So, yung whatever that comes out, hindi siya 100% what makes babies. No, it's just 10% of it. But 90%, it's called love junk because it is made to make the person or the receiver attached to the person.
That is true.
Kaya pala.
So,
Women tend to do the whole no strings attached thing. It doesn't work because they have that potion thing coming out.
May pagkukulang pala itong nangyayari.
exactly. That's why when you think about it, condom is not only to prevent pregnancy but also attachment. Because when that thing enters your body, enters your whatever, like wherever mag-enter siya, it actually makes the girl more attached to the person. That's why the guy sometimes loses interest in the girl, like chases, like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So that's why you really have, we try to like tell singles, it's better to, kumbaga, exclusive muna before you sleep together. Kung nakuha mo muna yung commitment before you sleep together, because trust that when that thing goes into you, you're gonna be more attached, and it's not your emotionally fault. It's just your body reaction
Ayoko na.
entered your body.
Monk na ako. Magiging monk.
laugh. Okay, we're going to put skeptics. Sorry.
I know.
Oh my god, I never knew that. Condoms don't just prevent pregnancy, but it prevents
It's like loka-loka, mga loka-loka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, condom,
knowledge.
guys.
Oh, condom, no pregnancy, no attachment.
No attachment. Hopefully, yes, yes.
Actually.
Oh my gosh, that is a game changer, I have to say. That is
Um,
that
Okay,
is
that one
wow.
really helped. What
Alam
was
mo
I gonna
ma-block tayo
say?
sa YouTube dito eh.
so, one last bad comment, and then we can move on
Okay.
Oh
to
my god, you did not.
I
Okay, but I get what you're saying. Like it is common, right? That's why after you have like let's say the first hookup that you have with a man and then you start to chase him after and then the guy's like, okay, well I got what I want. Like he hunted for it, he got it.
yeah.
Right?
And there's
So there
actually like the chemical that like happens in the man's body that kaya nawawalan sila medyo ng interest. So hindi lang naman talaga sila. They're actually a little bit like built on that side. So if you are interested to study the science behind it, you can contact Singles Events Manila. Go on a coaching sessions. We will let you know. We will like tell you like these are the good things that you can do for dating. These are the things that you could actually
yeah.
be aware of so that you will not be disadvantaged when it comes to the dating scene.
So it's not backwards of me or of us to think now when you put out too early, men don't take you seriously. So there is science behind that.
There's actually science behind that. It's not like myth lang. Sometimes like the thing that we hear, yung very common lating naririnig, we know that sometimes we believe in that, but we don't understand that there's a science behind it. So it's very important to educate yourself when it comes to dating. And that's why Singles Events Manila is teaching the science behind dating. We break the myths, we tell you like, that's
Yeah.
what nito. Kaya nila sinasabi ganyan kasi hindi lang ganyan. Merong
Okay.
psychological reasons behind
I
it.
have a question because men have love junk. How about us women? Like, what do we have that's like also like a love junk that we can use and like spray at them
Yeah,
back? Whether it's like,
Kaya,
and
yeah.
is a
no more
whack.
like
What can we
intellectual.
do?
I don't know. Like, what is it that we can throw it back
What,
at them?
what pheromones?
We
What's our
have definite
Wala.
women also no we also have we're like way like sabihin bias ako way powerful than we have but it's not something that comes out of our body. It's actually something that we do. It's actually delaying time
Oh, okay.
on our hands. The more you delay it, the more better for you. So you actually control yourself more than controlling the guy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sige. So, guys, time.
So
Time.
like, okay, so this is for like when you have, okay, because mine is like online again, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a different situation.
Yes.
So mine would be sexting, nudes, art photos, like
Artistic curves.
artistic photos.
Matisse, is
So
that you?
like, so in my head, because like I don't know why, but all of a sudden it's just like, since I get a lot like before on the app, I would get like people or like after 2 days of talking, they would ask for nudes and stuff.
Mhm.
So when I started talking to this guy, and I never sent any photos of my body or sexted anyone, but like for this one, because I knew that we kind of
connect?
connected, that we connect. Um, so I think he brought it up like, if this goes on, then you do know that I might ask for
That
some
thing.
photos of you. But
Masterpieces.
he never really used the word sexy, fucking, or any like word that I didn't want to hear that felt rude to me. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I explained that, and I was never like the type to send nudes. I think I only did that to like two boyfriends, and that was like what, 8 years ago. So I always wanted the real dick. So I I had to I had to tell him that it would probably take 3 months.
Okay.
So is that
Bilis,
okay?
girl. 1 year.
You ask him? Did you ask him? Is that okay? Or no?
No, I mean, I'm
I'm
asking
asking
you.
you.
I said 3 months because I'm not sure if I'm comfortable doing it. And I said that I hope like you respect it. Because like I can keep a connection with a person without having to see, nudes. Like
Oh,
if this was on, I think I can do it. Like
Yeah.
I've never thought of asking nudes from him or any guy. Like it doesn't interest me.
mhm.
So, but I think like I don't know kasi till when tong COVID na to eh. So
Yeah.
iniisip ko rin maybe in 6 months pwede na siguro magkita or something. I just said three, but I wasn't really thinking of anything. So is that like a bad number or like is
So
that safe?
you told him like maybe after 3 months.
Yeah, or
Naka-alarm na
like
rin sa phone niya,
different
no?
deal.
Okay.
Naka-calendar na yun.
Because if you told him that maybe after 3 months, you know he's gonna check on you after 3 months, right? And he's gonna hold your words against you. He's gonna say, "You said after 3 months,
Yeah, yeah,
right?"
I'm okay. I'm okay with that
Okay
though.
ka na,
Like,
okay ka na sa
yeah,
Okay.
Ready ka na.
All right.
yeah.
Nagpa-photo shoot ka na.
So, generally, Sab, sabihin natin hindi pa nasabi yung 3 months. Like, my suggestion would be to say, just to say na, sorry, I'm not yet comfortable without giving any time frame. But since you already given him the time frame and you feel like after 3 months you'll be okay because you know yourself, then go send it. Just remove your face.
Oh, thank you. Agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Defining characteristics. No tattoos in the photos.
Ang dami
Agree.
eh. I have so many tattoos eh. Kita
And then
eh.
just show a
It had
nipple.
an egg. It had an egg, guys. Only
Oh my
Sabrina has
god,
an
then
egg.
there's like an identification.
It had
Okay.
an egg. It was Sabrina.
Guys, in this
Okay.
we do have Bea, who I like to call our game master. Bea, we do have a quick little game today, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that was insightful. I love the love junk. I love the whole weight game. I'm
Mm,
learning so much.
Zone.
Like these are concepts that have to be like patented to your name and single events Manila, I have to say. But okay, I am the game queen, and today it's a very easy game. Before, kasi we've done flirting with mass, we've done flirting in Tagalog to a foreigner, but today. We have a game, and Vanessa, you are our judge because you are the expert, and I will be running through some rounds.
all right.
So, Shari and Sabina, with your banana. Ang luma na ng banana mo.
I'm just so hungry, guys.
Yeah, yeah. We don't mind. We don't mind.
Okay, ready, Shari and Sabina? Okay,
Mm.
so Vanessa's
Wait,
our judge.
kaya sabing rule, girl.
Ah,
Gonna be
sandali lang. I'm just preparing you. Mag-prep muna kayong dalawa dyan.
okay, okay.
Okay, this is the rule. I'm gonna be telling you about a guy and his interests, and you're gonna have to come up with a subtle pickup line because what we learned today, women have to be subtle. So, um, to make sure you secure a date. So, Vanessa's gonna rate you. Actually, let's just make it easy. Do you think you'd give them a date or not? Like, would you ask them out on a date? Yun na lang. Or
Ah,
no? Be honest, Vanessa, ha? Wag ka mabait dito, ha? They need to be brutalized.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like giving it as it is. So let's
Okay.
go.
Shari, sabi na, galingan nyo.
I know,
Represent.
I'm already nervous.
Okay. First round. This guy is
Okay.
into movies.
um,
Sino na?
sabihin mo muna, ako na nga pa, since I am a
Wait.
host of this show.
Ikaw muna.
Yeah.
Into movies, what would my pick-up line be, diba?
Subtle. Huh? Or
Pick up
sige, it's okay. You can be aggressive. Go women, but apparently the lesson is be subtle today.
um, I'd be like, Top Gun's one of my favorite movies. You kind of look like Maverick.
Okay, date or no date? Ano ba, Vanessa?
Oh, can I hear ano muna?
Okay, sige.
Will there be like a same situation kay Sab or it will be a different one?
Yeah, same. Sige. Only one of them can get a date na lang. Yun na lang.
All of us lang. Oo, saya. Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Wala na.
Pwede
Joke.
bang show? Kailangan ba movie?
Movies. He likes movies. Yun lang. He likes movies.
Di ka
Ask me
nakikinig eh. Gusto
Ikaw-
nga niya movies tapos TV show. Di ka nakikinig.
Yeah, but I'm not into movies. So in the first place, I wouldn't even ask him. I don't know what to say. I don't like movies.
Let's just say this
So
is Chris Hemsworth. Oh,
okay,
give it
just
your
say
best
like,
shot.
fuck, I'm nervous. uh, I really didn't like that movie that they showed last week. I think it was on Netflix. So have you seen that movie? Because I wasn't really a fan of movies until the lockdown happened.
Good effort. Good effort. Both of you guys, in fairness, first round's good. Vanessa, what's your score?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
May support system naman. I
Shit.
know.
Okay. Sherry and Sab. Please don't hate me, but I'm not gonna give you guys any dates.
What the hell?
You guys suck.
Sherry was
What?
like, "Ah, you look like that person. You kind of like made it about him. Si Cardi naman, like, he dropped an idea, remember, wording, Netflix. So the guy would rather, like, what, Netflix and chill than invite you, like, on
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
Next round,
sorry.
next round. Bawi tayo, guys.
Okay.
I said that the guy looked like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So,
He did.
Okay,
So he's
wala.
gonna, so the guy's gonna be, sabi ni Sherry, I look like Tom Cruise. Ako curious siya, papanoorin niya mag-isa. Kamukha niya si Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Okay.
Second round, I'm gonna make it harder, guys, because I just
wait,
felt
wait,
like
wait. I
that.
want to ask. So, Vanessa, what would be a good answer? A good question?
When you,
Yeah.
like, for example, want the guy to ask you to go on a date,
Mm-mm.
well, you could drop hints like, I wanted to watch this movie this weekend.
Ah,
Billion yun
Or
naman.
you could say,
okay, okay.
I'm actually asking my friends if they want to watch this movie because I really want it. I really want to watch that. Ganun lang. Parang, okay. If the guy is good, they're gonna pick it up. If they don't pick it up, they're lame. You have to move on.
I like that. Okay, guys. Second round, you guys sucked the first round. Redeem yourself.
Ang yabang mo. I don't know.
I'm pretty bad at this too. All right.
I hate it.
Because I work in the food and beverage industry.
Mm.
Okay, this guy. Wait, before this guy, guys, yung tone, delivery, and content nyo, napaka-importanting criteria yan. Please, isipin nyo. So, the guy is into food and beverage. He's a foodie. Your face is like sobrang tulala kayong dalawa.
He's a foodie. He's a foodie.
Sabihin na naman.
I'm gonna take, okay,
Sige.
sige, ako na muna. Ikaw na muna.
This is so hard because I I don't know. I've never done this before.
Guys, it's a boot camp. You gotta get it done. It's a burpee.
Siguro, guys, like how you are as a person. Like, you don't have to think of ways, but like if this was really given to you in a real scenario, like how will you react as Sab, as Sierry? What will be your natural response?
I'm a joker. I
nila.
know all the time. Pero I would probably just say, okay, for my line would be, I'm gonna take notes from Vanessa from the last time. I'd be like, oh, you like food and drinks, right? I'm like, oh, that I don't know.
Ano?
Panicking. I'm getting torpe. I'm not
I'm getting torpe. What the hell?
so like
I'm gonna need a shot for this.
okay, I'll look. Okay, so he said he likes food and drink. I'll go like, there's this restaurant there, and I know that they offer cocktail making classes. Have you heard of it? Something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Subtle.
Sab, I must say that was good. Yung sagot ni Sherry, that was good. So, not to pressure you more.
Wait. I had something like that in my. I was gonna say something like what she was gonna say. So now I'm. Fuck.
Let's si Sab nang, do you need like time?
Balik ka
Yeah, I
lang.
need time.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 hour. Bumalik ka dito.
Sabi ako,
But
pop it out. Like, what will you say? Time
What
pressure.
I would say, like as a normal person,
Yeah.
You're cute. Don't worry. You could do this. You got this, girl.
Your experienced girl.
she's like, okay, I I don't really mix food and drinks, but I would wanna. I heard that you like these things, and maybe you can share some. Like, what's good to drink with a drink you're. What's good to eat with a drink you're having?
Drink.
What, what's a good food you're drinking with what the drink you're having?
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Effort, effort.
Man. So actually, Sherry and Sab's answers are good, and I want to explain why. Sherry, she was able to, nung sinabi niya na there's this what cocktail making activity, she was actually suggesting an activity that they could do. You know, she's not saying na, oy, may activity dito, punta tayo. No, she was suggesting, it's actually very good. Kumbaga, very ideal, ano yun, kumbaga, date idea. Like, oh, if the guy really wants to take if a guy really wants you to take you on a date, then he's really gonna take advantage of that opportunity na mayroon kayong activity. Di na siya mahirapan mag-isip eh. Cocktail making, suggested by Shari. Ibig sabihin gusto niya. Perfect, nice, let's go for it. Si Sab naman, what's beautiful about her answer is she is asking for suggestion. Men likes to share their opinion. They like to feel as if they're the expert on something. So when you, that's why sinasabi nila like, men likes dumb girls daw. Actually, they like girls who kind of like sometimes look like dumb but are intelligent. So for example, si Sab, we know Sab is a very intelligent woman, but she cares about what the man has to say. So sinasabi niya, oh, anong magandang food pairing and stuff. Nako, sisipagin yung ganyan. Ah, ganito kasi, ganyan, tuturuan ka and everything. And he's gonna feel like a superman. That's really nice.
I'm
Okay.
super mental though. I'm gonna save this episode on my laptop and keep watching.
Okay, I should
Okay.
ask the guy.
Galing.
Okay, both of you seem like you scored a date. So we're gonna
Mm.
end on a high note. We're gonna cut this game out because I don't want to embarrass you further with other failures.
We have one go on animals. How are you even? Wait, I want just one for you.
Okay. Animals? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. One animal thing
I
na.
love animals.
I don't
I
even
mean,
like animals. But sige, mag-effort ako Sige.
yeah.
Anong klaseng
Kaya
animal?
Bea.
Anong klaseng animal?
Hindi, sinabi lang niya, I love animals. I'm so into animals.
Punta tayong zoo. Joke lang. No. Okay.
Natural Bea, like what's your natural response? Like something that you're happy to say as well.
Okay. If someone liked animals, I would basically say, how old is your dog? Or like how do you take care of your dog? There.
Okay.
But more of like a curiosity.
The goal here
Okay.
is to win a date.
Okay. All right.
Hindi mo ako sobrang
God, never
Do you have a pet? Do you have a pet
I
yourself?
don't have animals at
Oh,
all.
like,
So, okay, let's see. Okay.
You want a date. Chris
Oh,
Hemsworth.
ito na lang. Okay. Wow, your dog is so gentle. I think he wants to go for a walk.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. I asked Bea if you had a pet because if you had a pet, that would be a perfect timing to establish common ground. You could say like, oh, because my pet also is like this, and so the guy would say like, oh, let's have a play date. That's one. But since you don't have a pet, maybe you could just tell him now, I've been wanting to have a pet. Like I wanted to know if they're gentle and are they gonna bite me. So the guy was like, oh, they're actually nice. You want like, you know, like you can play with my pet. Like sometime I'm gonna bring her or him when we go on a date. So
You're an expert. I'm gonna save this episode. I swear.
I love her friend. I really love her
Yeah, I
friend.
know. This sucked. I have to say, I'm pretty bad at asking for a date. I'm kind of just like wait for things to fall on my lap, which is not good. You have to be proactive, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
a good balance would be nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you.
Numbers game talaga is key. That's my problem. I tend to focus on one person because I like isolate. Like I really like this one, and then I just forget about the others. Like that's a lesson. Numbers game. Um,
Let's go to the last stage. I think that's
So,
pretty
the
important.
last stage we have is the end. So comfort and confidence. So oh, hold on. Like this. Sorry, technical difficulties. So what do you think would what hinders us to progress the one or two dates to a third date? Like, how do you gain the comfort enough, or how do you get somebody to be comfortable and confident enough with you to proceed to more dates? Or what are the signs you should be looking for?
Okay. So very briefly, let me share about this MIT study that was done a few years ago. And there were psychologists who listened to audios only of people going on dates. So what's interesting about this audio is hindi nila naririnig yung words. They were just listening to the pitch, to the tonality of the conversations of the different dates. And what's very beautiful about this is the psychologists were able to predict 98% accuracy kung sino yung may second date, sino yung walang second date.
All in tone.
Yeah, just the tone. And the finding of this study, they were able to predict because they were just looking at one variable. They were just listening if the dates were laughing and having fun without listening to the words, without listening to the words. So that study concluded that the more laughing time, the more parang time that's light and you have fun on your first date, then rest assured the likelihood of you having a second date will be higher than you being so serious. That's why it's very important. On a first date, you don't speak about drama, you don't speak about problems. You just try to be light and be happy and gauge if you guys will have fun time together right now or like forever.
Vanessa, I have a question though. Although it hasn't been personal experience, luckily, but I've heard of friends who go on dates and in their heads that they were good dates. Like in their head they had fun, blah 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 blah, but there's no follow up.
Oh, maybe they were just focused on what they're feeling more than what the person is feeling. So our suggestion is you conduct a participant observatory technique. Ibig sabihin, you participate in the date. At the same time, you become like a scientist. You count how many times did that person laugh more than you. Mas naging super saya ba ako kaysa yung person? That's why others feeling nila, the date went so well. Yun pala, ikaw yung daldal ng daldal, ikaw yung tawa ng tawa, tango lang ng tango yung date mo. And then like you expect like a second date after. So you have to make sure also that you're having fun and the feeling is mutual. The person also is having a delighted experience as well.
This has happened to me though. Like I thought I met this doctor drummer, very hot, very beautiful, and he asked me out on a date from like a house party, and we went out for like Japanese and then had a drink. But in my head, he was like this ideal situation. Like he was a doctor, he's a drummer, and all that stuff. So in your head, like tuwang-tuwa ka, diba?
Yeah.
Pero napansin ko pala, uminom siya ng tubig. So there was no second date. But then it's like in your head it was like amazing, but
Yeah.
in your head it's like this is going nowhere. Like she's the one who's just laughing like an idiot, basically.
But
Yeah.
I do want to caution everyone and I want to end it at this note na sometimes when you go on dates and walang second date, it's not entirely your fault. It's just that maybe the interest wasn't enough. Sometimes we can't kahit sobrang galing mo, sobrang ganda mo, when you guys are not meant to be, it's really not gonna happen. That's why you have to date. Dating is a numbers game. You have to find out and find your people.
Okay. Wait, guys, special request. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to. I sorry, Bea. I have to insist. Another one for Bea. Okay.
Bea.
Are you gonna give me or
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you, if somebody is into sports.
ano ba yan? Lahat ng mga hindi ko gusto.
Like, are you
Art,
into
Come on, Bea. Kaya mo yan.
art and music. Art is good.
Hindi, I want sports. Bea, what if somebody's into sports? You can't choose your who you're attracted to. Chris Hemsworth. Bea, I love sports.
Yeah.
Ano ba yan? Lahat ng mahirap. Ayaw ko. Buisit ka.
Kaya mo yan.
Um, I heard this is ano ba? Walang masabi. Pag hindi
Kaya ikaw, as you as a person, you just like,
I hate animals. I'm gonna be upfront there. And I mean sports are okay. Like I'm just
Sige
not
na nga,
into
okay, fine. I'll be nice. Bea, okay. You're
Alright.
I'm into arts and music.
Ah, sige, sige, let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Sige.
do it.
So I heard there was a Banksy exhibition in the museum around the corner. Have you heard about it?
Okay.
Galing.
All right. Yeah. Smooth. Yeah. And
Ipalin in ka pa. I love it.
Iba talaga.
And Bea, you could take it further by like stating that I'm into you. Since you know na he's into art, then you have to bank on the common ground because they say that's what connects people. Bank on it. You just say, "Oh, I'm into this and that, and I really appreciate art." And so he's gonna be like, "Oh, me too." So pag narinig mo yung "me too," that's actually a very good sign.
Actually, one of our guests, a foreigner on Australia, advised us that you should be walking around with your favorite book. Para daw, pag nakita daw nila na yung book na yun, tapos they can connect, ibig sabihin match talaga kayo dyan. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's a key way.
Interesting.
I'll walk around with like 5 books. One on sports, one on cooking. Lahat na lang.
Buong library. Anyways, I hope and that kind of pleased you somehow. 50% score. So, Shari, what's our last stage? Yung parang ano ba?
Yun nga, I think it's the confidence. We're just here now that we are ensuring our third date. But I think more of we want to talk about is the issues na we hit. Like, but do you think that us women we are magnetized by the wrong ones?
Yeah.
Like the unavailable men, the bad boys, or the one who is more uninterested. Somehow we're just magnetized.
Okay. So I think there's just this one thing that we have to recognize with like human nature. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Human nature. Yung naririnig natin na we want what we can't have. The what's that? The pasture is greener on the other side. What's that thing that they were
Grass
saying?
is greener.
The
Yeah.
grass is greener on the other side because as a human being we have this tendency to wonder how does it feel if you're on the other side of this spectrum. So once we acknowledge that tendency, then malalaman natin, like for example when you are in a relationship and then yung mga tendency na nag-cheat kasi iniisip nila, oh that's like a better option, nasasabi nilang better option kasi hindi wala sila doon. But when you put them there, you'd see that the tendency is the same. When they enter that new relationship, they're gonna wonder like, well, how does it feel when I enter in that another relationship? So recognize that we have like a human nature like that, so that we could control it. Second is be very aware with the dating patterns. For example, I have like a tendency to be attracted to a guy na naka-eyeglasses. Ask yourself, bakit? Dahil ba gusto mo ng matalino? Or dahil ba nung elementary ka, idol mo yung teacher mo na naka-glasses? So ngayon, every time may nakikita kang naka-glasses, feeling mo matalino and amazing and stuff. So I guess the message here is to identify that like we have this tendency to want what we don't have and to realize our dating patterns. Baka dahil mo siya nagugustuhan kasi familiar siya sa'yo. Dahil meron siyang nare-remind sa'yo from the past.
I love it.
Very
So you forget that it's so science based. Sometimes I think we're also obsessed, Bea, now lately. Na, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna like a woman should be able to express what she wants. Like
Yeah.
I
really.
totally agree.
Pero kailangan though your like subtlety is key pa rin, di ba?
Yes, express yourself in a way that hindi ka nasusuppress. Kasi kapag nasusuppress ka, it shows like your aura gets darker, hindi ka mukhang nag-i-enjoy. So like express yourself as you are. If you're a person who wants to ask a guy on a date, do it. Just make sure that you don't go overboard and you don't send out like a desperate image. Because when that happens, then they're not going to work for you. Because what's to work for when you've already given it?
Yeah. You know what? I got this advice today though about like maintaining a marriage, but obviously we're not there at that stage yet. And someone advised, ayan, wait, let's comment. Good dating tip, Coach V. I should assess my dating patterns din pala. Okay, so today the advice I got was that one should act like a mistress daw to maintain a man. Kasi syempre we're trying to secure a man. Now it's like how do you keep a man? Do you agree with that? Like I guess what he was saying is like be desirable. Like no matter what stage of the dating life you are in, don't let yourself go. What do you think?
I really like Steve Harvey's books that says "Think like a man, act like a lady," because that's exactly what singles should do.
Should do.
I believe, yes. Think like a man, act like a lady. Be like, look very, sabi nga nila, okay, magmukha kang dumb as long as you're not real dumb. Okay lang yung mukha kang mahihit, mukha kang parang walang alam, as long as mukha ka lang walang alam, pero madami kang alam. So I like doing that. So in connection to what your friend was saying, it could be that you should look very pleasant so that you attract them, but at the same time, you shouldn't really become a mistress.
Yeah, yeah. Just act like it, basically.
Attractive and stuff to get their attention. So yes.
Okay. I guess we're about to wrap up soon, but I guess I want to understand, like, I guess my main question is here. How do we make sure we don't die alone? Yun.
Yeah.
Sobrang morbid ka today actually. Kanina sa script, I was about
When we were
children.
running through. I was
Yeah.
like, somebody was in a cranky mood today or something.
Okay.
How do we make sure we don't die alone? Because like, syempre, that's why we date for, right? At some point, we want children, we want a husband, we want a partner in life, or whatever it is. You don't want to be alone. So, paano ba, Vanessa? If
I
there's like one to two things, yeah.
I really like this question because this is actually one of the questions that I kumbaga fear when I was younger. Like I know from the very beginning when I was 16 that I really want to find my Prince Charming. I don't want to die alone, and I want to reap the benefits of being in a loving romantic relationship. It has health benefits, it has career benefits, it has like so many benefits, and so
It's super good. Who knew?
that's why I started seeking and I started like improving myself. So I think that's gonna be my message for all singles, so that we don't die alone. It's just that when you worked on yourself so much, there's no way that other people will not appreciate what you are and what you are doing. And so like when you are like so happy with yourself, it's very difficult for other people not to see that. So when you know that you're an asset, then I don't think you're gonna die alone, because people has a tendency to be closer with people who has potential, people who are of course pleasant to be with. So unless you're a very bad negative person, then maybe you will die alone. But if you're the opposite and you continue to work on yourself financially, emotionally, your social skills and stuff, then people will come to you and will actually crave your presence.
Okay, Sabina and Shari, since we've done a whole dating boot camp, you've learned so many concepts today. If there's one thing that sticks out to you guys and one thing that you probably try to practice besides your pickup lines, what would it be?
This is my favorite part of the show, our takeaways. Personally, my takeaway is that dating is like a game of chess. Like it's not. It has. You have to be subtle and strategic with your moves. Um, I think it's that. I think people think that now the modern times just go for it and then sapak ka na lang sapak, palo ka na lang palo. But no, I think some strategy and finesse will do wonders. Maybe that's what I have to adjust in my life.
Finesse.
Yes.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I told you like a billion times before, I hate playing games. I don't like playing mind games in general. But I feel like, sometimes keeping your cards to yourself and a little subtlety is good.
Yeah. How about you, Sabina or Cardivan? Since your last
Okay.
episode of ghosting and now you have this new potential match.
So I'll just explain that I was never really into the whole dating. Like the guys that I've been with before, it was because like parang we were friends and we liked each other. So it was just that last time that I got into dating. And so like this is all still new to me because I was always just being myself. Like I never had to try or ask because parang it just everything just connects for me. So like everything is now I'm like stressed because now I'm like thinking I have to think of what to wear, which I don't usually do. Like I really just show up. What like it was never my goal to date. It was always my goal to meet new guy friends and then see from where it goes so that I don't pressure myself. So now I'm like more aware of what I should be saying, how I should be carrying myself, what activities I should be doing. So yeah, it's this is new to me, and thank you for like giving me more tips, especially with this whole online dating, because it's it's here to stay for I don't know till
Yeah.
when. So
The vaccine
it's a
let's
big
put
of
it on
help.
Yung vaccine, allegedly, guys. Fingers
Mm,
crossed. Ikaw, Bea naman, please. Give me your little takeaway today.
emotional availability I think is important. Like you cannot I am a person that is really emotionally unavailable. Like I have my own like I'm a fairy, like I just go around my own world. I have my own like things I want to do. But sometimes like for you to have someone in your life who's a good partner, then you need to be that available for that person too, right? Not so easy, but yeah, being emotional. Like a human being, I guess. Hindi parang robot.
mm,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so this
true.
is a hard topic though. I find it until like I guess it's a numbers game. Practice makes perfect.
mm,
Whether you practice on one person or 10 people is the question, right? But Vanessa, I guess like let's how do we reach out to you? I know after this people have questions. Some
No,
people watch
and
this after.
also, Vanessa, I'm curious. Did you pick something up like new from us? Like, was there something
yeah.
that? How about you? What's your
Oh,
takeaway
yeah.
from the episode?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I actually like what we talked about, not only like here now we're online, no, for those who are watching, we were able to speak before we went live, and I actually was able to learn some of especially Sab's dating experience. So those dating experience actually that happened to you guys, I appreciate that I knew about it because sabi nga nila, whatever you are right now is you're a kumbaga you're the result of whatever dating experiences that you've had. And so when I look at you ladies, like you are here, and if not because of your dating experiences, like the audience wouldn't have this very good discussion about modern love and yung mga things na hindi natatanong when it comes to dating. So because of those experiences that you guys have, whether it was good or bad, our audience, your audience would be very, very thankful because they brought Thirsty and 30 to its fruition. So thank you so much, guys, for having me here. And of course, it's again, hindi pa 12 midnight. It's still Singles Day for all singles who are watching. So get some drink, celebrate, and of course, to celebrate with you in that occasion, Singles Events Manila is actually like going all out with discounts on their services. So you have social club if you just want
Wow.
to meet like friends who are like single and professional. They also have blind dates if you want to be arranged in private one-on-one. They also have matchmaking if you really want to be matched with someone from the Philippines. Then like Singles Events Manila is your one-stop shop. And of course, if you want to learn more about being like smarter in dating, no? So when you learn about science-based tips, it's not moving you out from who you are. It's just, making things clearer to you para your actions will be, kumbaga, knowledge is power. So when you have knowledge, pagdating mo sa dating, hindi ka kinakabahan. Kasi excitement ang nafe-feel mo kasi I want to know if this theory, I want to know if whatever Coach V said is true, so I'm gonna try it. And what's beautiful about learning science is it's true whether you like it or not. So I encourage everyone to study the science of dating. So thank
Yeah.
you guys. Reach out to Singles Events Manila on Facebook and on Instagram. And I'm also on Instagram. My handle is at dating analyst. So thank you, Sherry,
Thank
Bea,
you so
and
much, Vanessa. I mean,
thank you.
preparation is key, right? That's the main thing I got. But
Yeah,
yeah.
this is
Oh,
very, like, I have to say, we've had a lot of great episodes, but this is the most science-backed and very informative based one. Grabe.
Yeah,
Wait, sorry.
this is
Yeah, go
really
on.
amazing.
Cardi Beans, thank you as usual. You were great.
You have to be here like every
Mhm.
2 weeks, I think.
Oh, you have to give us
Sige, if I experience something new with this online
You're our
dating, I will let
correspondent.
you know.
You are like, oh, you're our correspondent. You're, Al Roker. What a fat, like a fat metal roker.
And
Okay.
Sab, just to share with you, Singles Events Manila, because of the pandemic, we're actually coaching people on how to be good at online dating. So, what words to use in your dating profile, what kind of photos to use, username, and stuff. So, all those things. Well,
Okay, push natin yan. Push, let's go.
I need all the help I can get. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
before
Thank you. Go ahead, Bea.
we need to announce our winner. I think
Oh
people have
yeah,
been waiting for this.
had the contest, by the way. We have a free, beautiful cake from Cravings Philippines
Yes.
of peanut butter and jelly cake, and we have a winner. Bea, please. I
Yes. So
don't know how.
it was in line today because it's all about dating, and we asked for like what would your ideal first date be. So our winner is, you know what? Some people didn't follow instructions, but I have to say we have announced the person who is the winner, and she answered a nice dinner somewhere for sushi or pasta, then goes silly at an arcade and a bit of booze plus movie to cap off. So buong day na plano niya. So the winner is it is Giovanni May Maglake. I hope I pronounced that right. So we'll announce it. But yeah, Sherry, let's
We'll
wrap
post
up.
this on Instagram. Okay, guys. Again, thank you so much, Vanessa and Sabina. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Amazing,
you.
amazing insights. And see you guys again next week. What's our episode next week, Bea? Do we have one lined up already?
We had a surprise, but we have
Have
to
a
make sure.
surprise one. Okay, so guys, see you again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And again, thank you all for watching. See you guys next Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Bye.
Bye.
see you guys.